good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending on when you're watching this. Said I'd go live. I've not done a live for ages, for a long time. It's been months and months and months. But there's a lot happening. There's a lot happening in the UK right now. So I thought I'd just give you my opinion, not fact, but my opinion on what I think is going on. So this will be uploaded to the Bearded Opinion on YouTube. So if you find that, and you can also subscribe to that, that'd be great. I do want to get back into doing live videos, but I just don't know what to really talk about. There is, right now there's the migration, which is a bone of contention for a lot of people. But right now, something that's imminent is the alert systems that are going to happen on the 23rd of April. I forget what time it is. I think it's 3 p.m. 3 p.m. on the 23rd of April. What's going to happen is you're going to receive an alert on your phone, and it's going to go for about 10 seconds. And what you need to do in order to continue using your mobile device is you need to accept that alert. You need to okay it. Now, there's been some people that have said that they can turn it off. I thought we could turn it off. However, if you go into your settings on your mobile phone, can I just borrow yours a second, please? Oh, where am I going? Right, I'm gonna have to do this on the hop. So if you go into no, I know I'm now live. Right, so find settings on your mobile phone, which is sorry, I'm on Mindy's phone, which is settings. Okay, so we've got our settings here. And what we're going to do is we're going to scroll down to apps. So find where it says apps on your phone there, third one down. So we'll click on apps, and then we can see all the apps that are on Mindy's phone here. We're going to go down, Tinder, Match, Puff, and we're going to find E for emergency. So you scroll down. This is Android, by the way. I don't know if it's I don't know about anything else. So we're going to find E for emergency, and we're going to click on the emergency. Okay, now as you can see there, it says that permissions, remove permissions if app is unused. All right, so first of all, what we need to do is it says there notifications are allowed. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn those notifications off. Oh, no, we're not. So we're not going to turn them off whatsoever. Okay, it's not going to allow.
Yeah, we have turned them off in the normal notification section.
We in the notifications part of permissions and notifications. So there, no permissions denied. It says there, no permissions denied. You've got to allow everything. There, allow. Look, don't allow. It won't allow us to turn anything off. Now, what I'm saying is, if anybody out there can turn their alerts off and actually have it so that it does turn itself off, please let me know. That's all right. Keep going. It's not a great picture.
Clicked on already.
So anyway, we've been fiddling around with it, and as you can see, it won't allow to turn the devices off. So the device will receive that notification, whether you like it or not.
But that's not the same as this.
But that's not the same as actually turning the notification off, which is
Type in notifications.
Type in notification. So you go into your thing, you type in NOT, notification.
So type in emergency alerts.
Type in emergency alerts.
Yeah, bring it up in
Emergency alert operator.
Yeah, turn it on.
So you click on the emergency alert operator. Click on there.
That is turned off.
That's turned off. Now it's turned back on. It's turned off now.
Turned off. So that is turned off there.
This bit can be turned off.
But it's in the settings.
But the actual settings in the actual app, you cannot turn it off. Now, I don't know if that's going to affect anything. I mean, we've turned ours off as much as we possibly can. I don't know if it's going to affect anything. Some people have asked, are wondering why we're getting this emergency alert. Kampai, second best beer on the market. Now, it's being promoted by the government, and I'm no conspiracy theorist at all, but it's being promoted by the government that the emergency alert is to warn us of any floods, any flood warnings, which, look, I've got eyes, I can see if there's going to be a flood or not. I can see if it's raining heavy and think, oh, it's raining a lot, so there's going to be a flood. Warn us of any kind of wildfires. I don't think you get wildfires where I live anyway, so, you know, unless you live near... I don't know many wildfires that have happened in the UK. I don't think we're hot enough.
No, working like moors and stuff in it, the fire.
On moors, which nobody lives there anyway. But also somebody said about the American system, it's to alert if there's a missing child, so that it can be alerted in your area, in your community, for that missing child. Now, that's all well and good. But if there's a missing child, it will be on the news. It will be all over the place. You know, there's lots of community pages out there. Every single community probably has a community page that they can get notifications for that they're members of. All right. So why would need an alert for that? I've got no idea. Why I need an alert to tell me there's going to be a flood? I've got no idea. How do they even know there's going to be a flood? Second of all, wildfires, any kind of emergency, earthquakes, that sort of thing. Now, if there's an earthquake, I'm going to feel it. Okay, I mean, it generally happens when I take one foot in front of the other. But I'm going to feel if there's going to be an earthquake because I'll be present. Now, the reasons I think that this emergency alert is happening is one, take a look at Putin right now, teaming up with people like Kim Jong-un, China. The emergency alert will tell us if there's a World War III. Now, heaven forbid that should ever happen. What the hell is an alert going to do for the average Joe, like me, you know, that hasn't got a secret bunker they can go to, like the presidents, like the prime ministers, like the MPs, like all that sort of stuff? I don't have that kind of stuff. We don't have that kind of stuff. So what's it going to tell us to do? You know, at the end of the day, you know, anyone that's getting the alert, you just follow them. You know, they might be leading you to your doom, but I don't know. So we don't have that luxury of, if there is going to be a World War III, of being saved. All right, if there's a World War III, basically we're all fooked. So that's reason number one. Reason number two is if there's, and this is going to sound really, really far out, if there's an alien invasion. Now, there's been reports of, you know, we're going to find aliens that communicate with Earth, Now, if there's an alien invasion, again, people like me don't have bunkers that can go and hide in. They don't have that kind of thing. We're running for the hills type stuff. So we don't have that privilege of being able to, oh, sorry, Mr. Prime Minister, we need to go down to the underground bunker and this, that, and the other. And, you know, Mr. President, we're going to the underground bunker. All these bigwigs have got all that sort of stuff. We don't. So, alien invasion, again, if that happens, we're basically fooked. All right? Now I'm going to get on to the real reason I believe there's these alerts. The first two were quite valid, but this one's even more, it's got more validation. Go back to 2020 and 2021 and 2022, when there was a lockdown and COVID. Now again, I'll emphasize this. I have never denied COVID existed, because it did and it does. I have never denied it doesn't kill people, because it did and it does. Just like the flu does. Just like, you know, a virus can. Okay? But the whole country was in a lockdown. Now, I said during these lockdowns, and again, I got laughed at, I got mocked, I got kicked out of shops. I got mocked for not having a face mask. I got the police calling me for not having a face mask. But I think that was a test. Now, it was a test, and it tied in with Brexit as well. It was a test to find out what we as the consumer need, don't need, have, don't have, can do without, don't need pubs, don't need this, don't need that. So we can shut all those things down. You go to certain shops, okay? So we go to certain shops and we get our groceries, we get our food, we get whatever from these shops. All these shops are within a 5 to 10 minute drive away, okay? So we go out there and do that. That ties in with the 15-minute cities that I believe Hull has actually signed up for. Hull signed up for the 15-minute cities. So that all ties in because it says, how far are people willing to go? People don't need to go to work. They can work from home, which will tie in with 15-minute cities. Don't need to go to work. I spent 6 months on furlough, 3 months on furlough, whatever. They've tested that. They've tested that means of people still working and still being able to earn money. So that's been tested already. So when these 15-minute cities come in, that alert is going to be there to track your phone. And it's just the start of something bigger, I believe. Whether these 15-minute cities are going to happen in the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years, I've got no idea, okay? But they are going to happen. And it's basically to cut down on the carbon footprint and save people on fuel, etc., etc., etc. But if people aren't buying fuel for their transport, for their cars, for their motorbikes, fuel's probably got one of the biggest taxes. And I don't mean the taxes that you drive. Fuel's probably got one of the biggest taxes added onto it. So the majority of the money you pay for your fuel is tax. So they want to cut down on that, which basically means they want to cut down on the big wigs, the big conglomerates of BP and Tesco's and Esso and all that. They want them to cut down on paying tax. So they're not going to be making the billions of profits that they're making now. That's bad business because the government gets a cut of that tax. How do you think they get paid? All right, they get paid from your council tax, they get paid from from any tax that's on anything basically. So they all get paid via tax, and they get paid healthily as well to these government people. An ex Prime Minister, so for example Liz Truss, 45 days in the seat, is able to claim £115,000 for the rest of her life per year. So any ex-Prime Minister can do that. 15-minute cities, the alerts. So yeah, I think the alerts are going to be so they can check where you are. And what's going to probably happen is you're not allowed out of those 15-minute cities X amount per month. So let's say you're allowed out of your 15-minute city once a month to maybe, I don't know, for example, go to town, cutting down foot traffic, and eventually businesses will crumble. So when the pandemic was on, there was a saying that the government said, or that was being promoted out there, which is, you will own nothing and be grateful. So by making 15-minute cities, they're going to shut down all the big shops because people aren't going to go into town anymore because they won't be allowed. The small shops will have to probably get more staff to, they might shut down all the pubs. Pubs are a dying trade right now, which is a shame because they've been a staple part of the British communities for a long time. And the other thing is with these 15-minute cities, well, who's going to manage them? Who's going to manage these 15-minute cities?
Sheriff.
A sheriff from Albania. There's been talk amongst the COVID crazies, the conspiracy nuts, that all these illegal immigrants that are coming in, that aren't being deported, they're not being kicked out, as fast as they come in, that they are UN soldiers. Now that I don't believe. I don't believe that they are some sort of secret soldier service from different countries that are supposed to be at war. What I do believe is that these people will potentially be employed to manage the 15-minute towns and to patrol. I mean, you don't agree with me, that's all right. We're allowed to not agree. She's always right anyway. But I believe that all those, because what I mean, there must be at least 80 to 90,000 of them in the country. 400 just today. In a record crossing, 400 just today have come over. And they're housing them in these hotels. They're moving them out of hotels. They're putting them on barges. The barges are plush. They're basically like a floating hotel. Free heat, free water, etc., etc. So yeah, that's what I think that these people are going to be doing. Now, when an immigrant comes into the country, what they do is they get to UK border, rip up the passports. In fact, there was a thing, and it was an Indian guy, and he said, "What I've done is, I've taken a picture of my house. I've gone out there, bought myself a cheap gun, taken a picture of my house, shot the house to shit, taken a picture of it, sold it to the local paper, or gone to the local paper. That gets promoted in the paper. We then bring the paper to the UK border and say, this is what we're living in. Rip up our passports and pretend that we can't speak English." And that was from an immigrant. I think I posted a video a few days ago. That was from an immigrant saying that. So, with the alerts, now the alerts are potentially a bad thing. Now let's imagine on the 23rd of April, 3 p.m, you're having surgery. And your phone goes off, and it goes off, and it just manic, it goes off. You're on the bus, and everybody's phone goes off. The bus driver's phone goes off. So the bus driver then has to stop, and you're on a plane somewhere, and your phone goes off. The other thing, and the big concern for these alerts is anybody that's in an abusive relationship can't turn these alerts off. So their abusive partner, be it male or female or whoever, is going to know that there's a secret phone in the house. If they've got one. It only happens with 4G and 5G phones, which now explains 5G and the 4G. So they want all that to send these signals out. To who there, I've got no idea. You haven't missed a lot, really. So they want all these. They've put all these pylons up, all these poles up to basically send these signals out. So I do believe it's planning for a bigger thing, and I think that COVID was the start of it. I think that COVID and the rules and the lockdown and the rules that everyone abided by. So when there's people like me that are not wearing a mask and not complying, I'm one of these people that didn't abide by the rules. Okay, I did isolate. All right, it's a contradiction here. I did isolate because I did have COVID. But let's be honest. If you feel like crap, if you feel like you just had 75,000 pints the night before, and your head's banging, and you feel really, really ill, why would you want to go out anyway? You're going to want to isolate. You isolate yourself. I didn't need an app to tell me that. But I do think that the COVID and the rules that people abided by were a tester. Were a tester for what's happening now, for what's going to happen now. What's going to happen? We're on about the alarm sound that's going to happen. Yes, we are. For what's going to happen now in the UK. Like I said, I don't see a point in it. If they're going to use it for natural disasters, floods, earthquakes, what can we do? You get an alert saying there's going to be an earthquake. Okay.
Follow the on-screen instructions.
Follow on-screen instructions. Follow the rules, Stick to the system, Don't leave the house. Only hug this person. You see where it's all sort of tying in now? You follow the on-screen rules. And everybody has a mobile phone. I would say 90% of people in this country have got a 4 and 5G mobile phone. If you don't, well, then you're one of the ones that won't get the alert. So you won't have any on-screen instructions to follow. But then, are you going to get wronged for not following the on-screen instructions? If it's like, do you know what? I know it's World War III. I'm going to sit here, watch my final episode of EastEnders, drink my final beer, then that's it. They're going to bomb me anyway. They're going to get us anyway. Again, we don't have that luxury of bomb shelters. unless you start digging one now. Unless you do have that luxury, you know. But yeah, tells your address. But we don't. We don't have that luxury there. So if it was World War III or alien invasion, we're screwed anyway. You know, we are up the creek, regardless of anything. But I do think that this is a plot for the 15-minute city startup. It's happening down south somewhere. I don't know if it was Norwich or somewhere like that. It's Hull's opted for it. So how they're going to do it, I don't know. They're probably going to have, and it's basically, here's the thing: the 15-minute cities is basically either walking or bike on a push bike distance. Now, I don't know who came up with that rule, because walking is considerably slower than on a push bike. So I'm sure I could get further on a push bike than I can walking. It takes me these days 10 minutes, half an hour to walk a 10-minute journey. Okay.
10 minutes being both ways.
10 minutes being both ways.
5 minutes either way.
So it's 5 minutes either way. It's taking me double the time, triple the time. Hello, I'm all right, thank you. West Bridgeford still have 90% of their bomb shelters. Where's that? And is 90% 9 out of 10? Is 90% 90 out of 100? Is, you know, I mean, 90%, this is the thing with percentages, is when they closed down all the hospitals, they reduced the bed size by 50% and then said they were 100% capacity. Well, no. You've removed 50 beds, so you're still at 50% capacity, but because you've removed something, so percentages are really, really dodgy figures. Okay? You've got to be careful with percentages. So like I say, if this place still got 90% of their bomb shelters, is that 9 out of 10? That could potentially house 90 people. I don't know. And, oh wow, long time no see, how the hell are you? I'm alright. Michelle Blake. If it is her anyway, it could be someone else. It could be some sort of fake profile. Who knows these days? So yeah, I'm all right. I've not been live for a while because I've been battling some health problems. I'm still am. Nottingham. There's at least 15 shelters. 15 shelters for the whole of Nottingham. And let's imagine those shelters house 2,000 people each. That's only two, and they won't house 2,000 people each. What's 2,000 times 15? So it's not a lot, is it? It's not a lot when you think about it. You know, are you one of the unlucky ones? Or are you one of the lucky ones? So it's going to be a roulette. It's going to be a blackjack game. You gotta be lucky, but you've probably got to have the alert on your phone to be in it to win it. You know, James didn't accept his alert. He's not getting in the shelter.
He probably got more than £1 million to get in.
Yeah, like 2021, that film, where they sold the seats on the Arcs for £1 billion each. People are struggling through the towns and nobody's helping each other. It's just like, do you know what? Only the elite can go through. Only the elite. Hang on a sec. No, I have been battling some health, and I still am battling some health. Minor heart attacks, pneumonia on the lungs, constantly in pain. Huh?
You say pneumonia on the lungs?
Yeah, on the lungs, yeah, in the lungs. On them, in them, I don't really care.
Well, where else do you get pneumonia?
I don't know, Mindy, I'm not a medic.
Soggy.
So yeah, and there's some inner demons as well that I'm battling with right now in my head. So, but I've just not felt anything really like to talk about. So that's my idea on the alert system that will happen on the 23rd of April at 3 p.m. So wherever you're going to be at 3 p.m, have your phone handy, not handy. And that's it. That's all she wrote. That's all I've got to say right now. think, unless anyone else has got anything they want to throw out there. I'd give my place up for someone else. Well, we say that, but would we really? You know, would we? I know I wouldn't.
I like to think we would, but
Yeah, it goes back to that thing of doing the right thing, and doing the right thing is, you know, covering up, taking the jab, which people are now saying I've got adverse effects from. So, James is right again. So, you know, taking the jab, you know, doing that sort of stuff. But would they really give up their space? Honestly, I know I wouldn't. Okay, I wouldn't be giving up my space. If it was a toss-up between me and a loved one, then yes, I certainly would. But it would all depend on, did you accept the code or not? Did you accept you know, that's what it's going to come down to. Did we get a reply from you? Shit, man. Hope you're on mend now, though. I'm on some alright drugs, actually. All legal, of course. Yeah, I'm popping pills every day. But yeah, as you notice, still not had a single jab. Good lad. As you noticed, I've also, you know, upgraded to double glazing. So yeah, old age kicks in. Old age kicks in. I'm walking with a cane these days. I'm shuffling my feet. I feel like what is it? Here he comes, just walking down the street, shuffling his feet, snapping my fingers. So yeah, I mean, how did she ever look good shuffling her fingers, snapping her fingers? Picture that. So that's what I have to do these days. But hey, so yeah, I've got a cane, and yeah, that's it. Oh, what else you want to say? Anyone? Nobody? All right, good. In that case, so I will upload this to the Bearded Opinion. Maybe not today, maybe tomorrow, but soon for the rest of your life. You knew that happened. Never realised till I said about the glasses. Never realised till I said.
yeah, you.
Yeah, not you, me. Yeah. Ooh. So yeah, double glazed. I've had Everest round. They've fitted me with some. I'm gonna get them tinted next week and some Go Faster stripes on them. All right, that's it. That's it. If there's anything you want an opinion on, and they are only opinions, they're not. It's not generally fact. You know, it's just me spouting off and sharing my opinion on stuff, and you know, not being scared of what to say or how to say it. I won't be racist. That's one thing. So don't ask me to do that. I won't be homophobic. So don't ask me to do that. Yeah, I got it, Stuart. Yeah, I got it. Other than that, so if there's anything you want to hear a bearded opinion on, the beard got trimmed off as well a few weeks ago. So it's coming back though. So if there's anything you want a beard opinion on, let me know. Inbox me, comment on this, comment on YouTube channel, and I'll do my best to do a live for you. All right. Other than that, I'm gonna say sayonara. It's time for me to have more biru, and yeah. Let me know what happens if any of you out there manage to turn all the alerts off. Please let me know. You know, and I suppose even if I think if your phone is on airplane mode, your alert won't go off, but it will when you turn it back on. Some people are wrapping the phones up in tin foil, putting them in microwave. But when you take it out, it's only going to get a signal again, and that's only going to come through. You want me to do a live on Dreadful Neighbours? Well, no, I've not got Dreadful Neighbours. You got one or two choices there. You can either put up with it. No, you got three choices. Put up with it, knock on the door and say something, or move. There you go, easy. Right, I'm gonna go now because it's Good Friday. Do a live on that. No, I don't know. Sure. Have a happy Easter, and we'll see you on the next live, whatever it may be. All right. Stay safe. If you do manage to turn your alerts off, please let me know. Okay, let me know exactly how you've done it. And I mean all of the alerts
Not
that
just
equate to
notifications.
this emergency, not just the notifications, because the notifications just say that it won't pop up and you won't get notified for it on top of your screen, but you will still hear the sound and you will still get that, you know, like World War II sirens.
Apparently, that app, the emergency alert that came in as it comes in as an app, apparently that's only been downloaded to your phone if you turn the notifications off first.
Oh,
I don't know how true that is,
okay.
because I don't suppose any of us have checked before.
No, because we just update phone software just without thinking about it. We don't know what the big scheme is. We're just going to go along with it and follow the on-screen instructions.
Well, yeah, if it does go off, we've all got to accept it, otherwise can't use the phone.
Yeah, you can't use your phone unless you accept it. I think I said that. Right,
Sorry.
I'm going to go, and I will. I'll see you on the next vid. Anything you want to hear about, let me know, and I will do my best to do it. All right, see you soon. Bye. Oh, that's not. I want that. Bye.